everybody? Welcome back to the Hangout. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Guys, so I got some news. Okay, I got some news. First. The t-shirts are in, guys. I made a post in the group, so they're ready to go for those who were waiting for one. I'm gonna pull them up in the on the stream in a little bit. We're expecting a few people, guys. I'm trying to make this show not a weekly show, right? Unless there's a lot to talk about. Unless I get a big panel. So I want this Wednesday show to be more about conversation, right? Again, it could be figure stuff or just anything pop culture, anything movie related going on. But let's see who's in here real quickly. While we wait for people, because nobody's here yet. We got Rob in the house. Rob, welcome, my friend. How are you? I'm doing. Nice to see you. And then we're gonna go over what's going on Saturday too. Huge show on Saturday. Shout out to Brandon. So stay tuned for that as well, guys. We have the Nightmare in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. I'm doing. Thank you for hanging out tonight, guys. Let's see who else is in here. We got Tali in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Who else is in the house tonight? We got Joker J in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Doing? We have, let's see who else is in here. We got unreal, unbelievable. We got Leo in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. We have, let's see who else is in the house. We got Anthony in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? We have Figment in the house. Welcome. Hey, Fabs, 2 nights in a row. Welcome, my friend. I'm doing. Yeah, I was once told that I didn't put in the work at my channel. So now I'm taking over every day of the week. Imagine. No, I wanted to. I've had so many ideas. And I always felt like I spoke on the ideas and they never happened, right? I just got busy or whatever happened, right? I just started just executing, just do whatever. If I have an idea for a show, just do it. It'll turn into something. You know what I mean? So I'll be here all week, guys. Babo! How you doing? Babo. So welcome collectors, non-collectors, burner accounts. Hit that like on the way in. Unbelievable, this guy. Burner accounts. There, I'm happy to say, okay? I'm happy to say that I've noticed that the burners have died down on my channel, and I'm very happy for that because it was kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Because what if like the person wasn't a burner and the name looked like a burner? That's why I'm like, So I'm happy that stopped. Carlos, my friend, welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Chris in the house, channel member. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Doing?
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We got Luch in the house. Welcome, Luch.
How doing?
What up? What up, my 1-6 General? Yes, guys, we're gonna get into that conversation. We got some drama regarding General Grievous, something that I'm in disbelief with this screenshot that's going around. So we're gonna get into that, guys. We're gonna get into that. So I'm excited about tonight because we're gonna get into really good conversation about. That's one of the topics, at least. We got Michael in the house. Welcome. How
I'm doing.
he posts the figure? Who posts the figure? Nathan, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing.
Nathan's got his shirt. He's got his hoodie on his way. Tooley's got his t-shirt on the way. So if you haven't placed your order, guys, place your orders. Whoever placed your orders, they'll be shipped tomorrow. If you want to see what they look like, message me. I'll send you pictures of what they look like. Also, I got 3 hats. Okay. These are my first 3 out of the batch. I picked them up today because they were the only ones done. But the rest aren't done yet. But what's happened with these hats, Mike will be rocking his on Saturday. So you guys will see what it looks like. So stay tuned for that. And it'll make you want to place your order because they look really, really, really nice. What is he talking about? Thomas Jones. This guy. Where's Thomas Jones? Thomas Jones not here. I'm in the chat, but not in the house. If I was the house, I'd be check. Oh my God, this guy. How did you know this is my burner? Matt Platten in the house. Welcome, my friend.
I'm doing.
For being here. Rudy in the house. Welcome.
I'm doing.
Hey, let me know if you can make it. I'm going to send you the I forgot to send you the, what do you call it? The link. So if you can make it, let me know and just hop on. Even if you can make it for a couple hours, just a couple hours. I love that. Yeah, no, it's so good. I have to renew my chat. This is bootleg member right here.
How dare you?
Bootleg as member. Miss Big Rib, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us tonight.
How you doing?
Mr. OEM Toys, welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
Hope to see you every week. Harold, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being
here.
Harold in the house. Harold. Uncarded with the watermelon. Uncarded, he wants some watermelon. Let's give him some watermelon. Uncarded. Loot said the doorbell is broken. He's at the door. He is not at the door. He is nowhere to be found. He is nowhere to be found at all. Oh man, he's not allowed in here. All right, guys. So let's get right into the topic. I'm gonna start it off right until the guys come in. But guys, there's a lot to get into because it's a very iffy conversation we're about to have. Things that I am kind of, I don't know how to feel about this, but here we go. Okay, here we go. So first and foremost, the one thing that I found, right, was, wait a minute. Nasty, how are you, my friend?
What's
Welcome.
up, big man? Hey, the first link or the second link that you send at 7:16, send me to another StreamYard, and it said it was ended. It ended at 2:36. So I went to the official one you had when you mentioned that he was going to have this.
Right.
Let me in now, but
that's weird. So maybe that's why nobody's in here. So guys, if you can't get in, let me know. I must be sending the wrong one.
Yeah, you send that one at around 7:16, but I went back to the one you sent earlier in the afternoon at 4:30, and the 4:30 got me here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so guys, so let me know if you can't get in for whatever reason. I'll resend you the link. So let me know in the chat. Yeah, no, I had no idea. I'm like, why is nobody here yet? I know why a couple of people aren't here yet, but I was like, man, everybody. So that makes sense. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Save on Mason in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Let me say hello to you very quickly. He says, I really hope they make an Artisan Winter Soldier. I would definitely try and get two. They will. Like I said, everything is game. Everything is just a matter of time. As you can see, if they're making short hair Luke's, Dark Side, Dark Empire Luke's, you're gonna tell me
your internet isn't 100% fiber.
Oh, that was me.
Sorry. Oh, I was like, who's talking? So it's only a matter of time, right? They're not gonna let figures like that slide, especially, when there's a lot of Bucky fans in the community for a very long time since the Winter Soldier movie came out. And a lot of people have been asking for a 2.0 for that figure for a very long time. And the type of figure that it was the very first Bucky, right? 2 head sculpts. One with the mask on. One with what was it? One with the mask on, one with the face. And so the thing is this, right? That Captain America 2, the Winter Soldier, the fact that it came with 2 head sculpts is what makes it tricky to make, right? The only way that I see it happening is if, for whatever reason, they make the lenses magnetic. Because remember that the original figure, one of the head sculpts, had the goggles on permanently. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the second one had the raccoon eyes, but that was his face. That was Bucky's face. So that's where I'm at with that, right? It's like, how are they going to do it? Again, the only way to do it would be magnetic goggles, that pop on and off. That's it, right? Then obviously the rooting would be whatever they decide to do. And the reason why I say that figure is coming is because it's a very easy rooted, right? There's nothing to style. It's a messy hair at that. Because remember, his hair was crazy when he was supposed to look crazy because he was a bad guy. And so they don't have to worry about styling the hair. They don't have to worry about making the hair look nice because it doesn't have to look nice. So that's an easy figure to make. The other figures, though, right? Like the Bucky from Infinity War, for example. His hair is more curls, more wavy, right? That's a style type of hair, right? You need to work on that hair because it's specific to what it looked like in the movie. Unlike the Winter Soldier, which was just frizzy all over the place. You know what I mean? What do you think of that?
With the Winter Soldier, which is a piece that I would definitely jump on. I don't own the original. Was there an issue with the Winter Soldier? Was it the other one? Some flaking I heard about?
So I did hear that, and that was very recently too. Apparently somebody's arm of that Bucky, that chrome arm, started flaking. That's what it was. Yeah. So that I saw that, like, it feels like it's been over a year already. But I did see that. Is it happening to everybody? I don't know. I don't think so. It's not happening to me. Another thing, maybe the constant bending of it could mess up the paint. You know what I mean? It'll lift it over time. Who knows? But that's not happening to me, thank God.
But that would be definitely a figure that I look forward to.
That would be a great fit. And not only that, but remember that, at this point, the paint applications would be for that arm would be 10 times better. You know what I mean? They could even give us some type of, metallic chrome style paint for the arm to make it, look that much sexier, that much more metallic. It'll just make that figure that much better. A 2.0 body. Boom. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. It's an easy money maker for them to do, especially if it's an artisan figure that they could, make at 2,000, 3,000, whatever number they decide to. As long as they say limited, people are going to jump on it. And that, it's just what it is.
Would you say that after now we're what in 2024, couple of years after COVID that Hot Toys came out of the pandemic standing good as per their business, because I mean they've shown strong innovation so far this year. With all these characters that they're popping out, like a train with no brakes. They're pulling out all these figures. Some that we didn't expect, some that we did expect, right. and it shows that they're going to be continuing. So overall, is it safe to say that they're back on their feet? 4 years later.
Well,
after the pandemic?
Well, I don't think Hot Toys was ever struggling or suffering. I think if anything, the problem was Sideshow. I think the whole Sideshow with their stock. I think that caused an issue. I think the amount of figures that were made as of 2020 was an issue. So that I don't think caused a problem for Hot Toys at all. Because if they're making a certain amount of figures, these figures aren't made for free. Somebody's placing these orders for these figures. You know what I mean? So that's where the pre-order system comes in, for them to figure out how many pieces, or at least the ballpark of how many pieces need to be made. Right. So when it comes to Hot Toys production, I think they produce whatever numbers obviously they need for themselves when it comes to, a Rebel base, Echo base, Secret base, right? They need their own stock for that. And then obviously for their Japan store, now their new, Malaysia store, whatever new store they came out.
But you would say that definitely many in the 1/6 community companies have learned from the pandemic that not to overstock. I mean, even Sideshow and what have you, and now they're more cautious with their amount of toys that they produce or figures they produce.
You can't really apply this to every other company, because think about it, right? Let's go back to
Hot Toys sets the tone. Everyone else follows.
But here's the thing, though. Hot Toys sets the tone, correct? But who during the pandemic was ordering the amount of figures from any third-party company, right?
Right.
The same amount that they were ordering from Hot Toys? Nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the difference. Hot Toys is the monster. So they're going to get all the attention. They're going to get all the orders, right? So no third-party company was anywhere near, right, getting the amount of orders that Hot Toys were getting. The company Hot Toys was getting through Sideshow. The thing is this. When it came down to the amount that they made, that they overmade, right? That feels like they overmade. That's why everything was sitting. Was because also the hype of the movies at the time.
Yeah.
So it was a combination of a bunch of things at once. It wasn't just the figures. It was the hype that was going on with everything. You had the Infinity War the year before. Then you had then you had Endgame. So all these movies and how big they were. The amount of impact that they had in the amount of merchandise that was going to be sold because of how big they were. So, nobody really thinks about all that. They just think, oh, Hot Toys made all this. It's not just about they made. Yeah, they made, but what was the demand coming from? It was there. Mm-hmm. It was there. The problem is it's easy to place a pre-order. The problem is when the order is ready to go, who has that money, right then and there at all times?
Yeah.
So a lot of we will never know how many cancellations Sideshow gets constantly. We will never know that. We just know what people say. Oh, I canceled. We could assume it's tons, because it's very, very well known in the community that Sideshow gives you your non-refundable deposit very often. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. So we don't really know what happens within, the actual ordering world, right? We'll never know that. Sideshow will never say, oh, we get this amount of orders every year, and then we get this many cancellations every year. We'll never know that information in such detail like that. So all we could do is assume, right? But if you add the hype that was going on, all that phase, what was it? What was that phase? What, phase 4? Phase 3?
Phase 3, phase 4.
whatever phase, up to that phase, up to the end game phase, which I think end game was the phase again. I don't remember if it was phase 3 or phase 4, but I want to say phase 4. All those movies until the end of that phase, which was Endgame, were incredible movies. All of them. So anybody coming into the Hot Toys game, getting into it, coming from Endgame or Infinity War, you wanted everything. And going forward, obviously, if you were a fan of whatever. What were you saying, Nefty?
No. I was agreeing. And getting back to the initial Winter Soldier, definitely would be a piece that I'm eager to get. I didn't backtrack to get it because I figured somehow one day they'll do a 2 or 3.0.
Right. Yeah, no, there's absolutely no need to go for it now. Just wait for the new one because it's coming. Whether it's a 2.0 or an artisan or an artisan and an updated one, it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. Axel, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Being here, my friend. We have, let's see who else is in here. Fast checks bounce. This guy, his checks bounce. Unreal. That's why you don't get invited, because you spread misinformation.
How dare you?
We got Michael. Hold on, give me a second. Hot Toys has never used another company's product in their box art. I think this is a Hot Toys. Agree? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's right.
Absolutely. No, this is what I was going to get into, because, again, I don't know who's been around for years. Okay? I can tell you this, exactly what Nightmare's saying. This has never happened. Hot Toys is not a bootleg company to ever do that. There is absolutely no reason why Hot Toys would ever do that. There is no reason why they would need to tease other companies' product for their pictures to promote their product. Makes no sense. Will never happen. So let me catch up with some of the messages real quick, and then I'll let you go, Nefty, because this is deep. That's why I said this is gonna get some feelings hurt. Let's see. We got Nefty in the house. We got Rob. Rudy says, on my way home. Yeah, let me know. We'll be on. We'll be on for 2 days, I think. We got Paul in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got, Rudy says, Winter Soldier also just needs an update. Exactly. No, the mask was permanent. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So it has to be magnetic goggles to be able to be removed. Or remember that he had a raccoon eye, so you should be able to see that, right? One of the on his actual face, he should have the face paint, right? So that's why the goggles have to be magnetic, because what if you like the goggle look? What if you want to have those goggles on? They can't deprive you from that just because, again, or they're going to give you a second head sculpt. But I can guarantee you that for an artisan figure, you're not going to get 2 head sculpts made out of wool hair. It's not going to happen. Because if that's the case, they're going to charge you an extra $300 for that extra head sculpt, and nobody's going to pay for that for an extra head sculpt. So that's why they can't give you a head sculpt. Or, like they did Johnny Depp, they'll give you an interchangeable faceplate. That is how I see it happening more than the 2 head sculpt game. That's how they would do it. They'll give you an interchangeable faceplate. Brad in the house, how are you?
Let's go, move!
Brad.
Brad. Ram, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Brad wants some watermelon. Let's give him some watermelon. I haven't given you guys watermelon in a while. Let's see. I'm gonna give you the good one. Man. Let's see who else is in here before we continue. Brad says deep. Let's talk memory toys. I want to talk Kung Fu Panda. This guy. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing.
Thank you for being here. Carter says, Infinity War and Endgame were peak of Hot Toys. Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I still want everything. Hawkeye season 2. Exactly. I still need that Hawkeye. And Nova. Nova's going to be a great figure. Quicksilver, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Guys, yes, please. There's 34 of you guys hit that like button if you don't mind, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Tuli says, chat. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome. All right, so Nefty.
Yeah.
So this person here, Cash Cartier, says, so Hot Toys' new General Grievous teaser is just a Photoshop of the Sideshow Premium format Grievous statue. LOL. Angle and pose is the exact same. Plus, if you overlay the two images, they lined up almost perfectly. Okay, so we're going to get into that because I started staring at the pictures. I don't know if it'll translate to you guys, on your screen, but I noticed a few differences from the statue and this picture. But Nefty, how do you feel about, if Hot Toys decided to do this, which again, they've never done this?
I would have agreed with the earlier statement from Nightmare where he mentioned, because same philosophy. I wouldn't think Hot Toys would need to borrow Sideshow to enhance one of their figures. And it's curious because I actually own the Sideshow one, with all the disaster, and I actually have the joints, the extra joints that they sent. Now my Grievous never had any issue. It's literally still standing. I won't touch it, but I actually have that thing they send us, and I actually want to check it now because I wasn't able to zoom in until now, and I'm looking at the joints, and they definitely look different from that Sideshow joint that I had. Now, my understanding is this is possibly the statue, correct?
So what he's saying is that it's the premium format statue that Sideshow has only because, according to him, the way that the arm is here, it's exactly the same. And if you overlay, that's the same thing. But go ahead.
No, that's beyond my skills, bro. I mean, when I heard the news, I was kind of like, it didn't make sense why Hot Toys would bother, using the products of Sideshow. So, I'm hoping it's not true, because if you would follow that theory, then we're not getting a Grievous.
Exactly. So again, we saw that there was a tease of a Grievous coming, period. We saw it on Sideshow. Okay. Or did we not? Am I going crazy? We saw it. Okay. So that's 100% on its way. Maybe whoever, posted it messed up. It wasn't the time for it. Maybe they were holding off for something different. Who knows? That figure is coming by Hot Toys, period, point blank, end of story. You heard it here first. If you're still having doubts, the figure is coming. Now,
and you mentioned in another earlier stream a couple of days ago how in China they're already getting these figures, and this is inside the box. I already saw one review online, and it's not a secret. When you open up the Obi box, it's right there staring at you.
Correct. So that's the thing. So why did they remove the pictures of Obi-Wan? Who knows? Right? They do whatever they do. But this is where I'm going with this. So number one, right? Like I said, you guys may not see it on screen. If you guys can find this image somewhere, look at it for yourselves. And I was going to circle the images, and I didn't have time. Number one, okay, if they say you overlap the this figure with the image and blah blah blah, okay. So if that's the case, they definitely then painted it and changed some of its color. Okay. So look at this here, right? This area right here. Now look at it here. Where do you see green there? You don't see any green there. This is all dark. Okay. So is it the same thing marked up and recolored? Because as you can see, this has a reflection of metallic and green, and this is all dark. This doesn't even have any light reflection whatsoever, as you can see. Again, it may not translate in the picture for you, but if you look at the actual picture, you'll see that this is very, very light, and this is very, very dark. Okay, that's number one. I told you I was looking, because again, this can't be. Hot Toys would never do that. A third-party company? Absolutely. A bootleg company? Absolutely. In art? Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not even being disrespectful. It's not even being funny. I don't mean it like that. But that's the type of standards that company has, that they, to take a picture and make their product look good, they will use another company's product, next to it. It's not a bad thing if you're trying to show off your product. It's not. But Hot Toys is not a peasant company to do something like that. They don't need to use anybody else's anything because they create everything they need themselves. So that's why this doesn't even make sense. That's why when I saw the pictures, I was like, there's no way that.
Oh, spread the door. Dominoes.
Joker J in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, you said peasant, and I arrived.
He said peasant, I arrived. So that's the thing. Hot Toys doesn't need to put nobody's product in their photo shoot, period. What would that say about them? They're their standard. They're the king. So why would they put a statue, no less, on their promo pictures? Never. That would never happen. So that was number one. So right here, just out of, again, if it is a statue, then they repainted it to throw us off, I guess. I don't know. So that's number one, right? Number two, the hands. Again, it may not translate to you guys over there. The hands do not match up. Look how dark they are in here. And look at the small dot of darkness that it is here. So that doesn't even add up. Okay? Same thing goes to this here. This here, well, this is kind of more black, so you can't really tell this finger here. But right here, this is not the same fingers as that. Another thing I noticed. Where is it? There was another thing. Oh, right here, the ear. If you look at the statue, the ear is all white. Okay? All white, all white. Look at here. The ear is all dark. So again, you're not going to tell me that this is because the light didn't hit it. You're not going to tell me because there's the reflection of anything. This is straight dark. Again, is that accurate? I don't know. But this is not light compared to this. And if we know that there's light, in the photo shoot, there's light hitting here, why would it make this dark and not light if it's supposed to be light? Go ahead, Nefty.
No, I was going to say, you think it's going to be like a cyborg plastic and not die cast?
I mean, I would love a die cast. It should be a die cast. As their first figure, right? Can they make it a die cast? Absolutely. Look at K2SO.
Yes.
Long-legged figure, die cast figure. Was it die cast? It was die cast, right? The K2SO.
Parts of it's die cast.
What? Yeah, right. But I'm saying the figure is die cast.
Yeah.
Is it Joker J? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So long-legged figure, die cast. So where's the die cast? Those legs feel like they are the die cast, to be honest, because all the legs, the entire legs feel like metal. So that's my thing. I don't think they're gonna make the entire legs of the Grievous metal. That's not what I'm saying. But they should make the figure die cast, whether it's putting it on the hips or on the hip joints or on the entire core of the figure. Remember, he's got like the whole metal piece could be die cast and then having all the plastic on top. They could do different things. Joker J, what do you think?
I'm curious how they're going to do the chest. I just got this guy finally after years. Jim sold me his, and I said, I've heard so much about the joints on this thing. Let me see what I can do with it. And he's not bad, but the chest and there's certain aspects of it do still look like it's just a little too plastic, a little too toy. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do with that. Like you said, a little bit of die cast here and there. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with all the joints. If the more weight you add to this thing, I'm kind of curious how they're going to engineer it. You know what I mean? But
I can tell you this: whatever engineering they decide to do, it's going to be way better than Sideshow, guaranteed. 100%. There's going to be no. I can tell you, there's going to be no joint issues with the Hot Toys figure whatsoever.
No. Well, they'd be crazy to all the heat that Sideshow got for that. They'd be crazy to make that mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, what do you think of the fact that people really do believe and think that Hot Toys would ever put a statue in their pictures? Knowing,
did he say it was a statue, or did they say it was
no, right here, right here.
Well, I can't read that small little print. You got to read it.
Premium format Grievous statue.
Premium format is this. They always confuse me with that. What exactly is that? It's like it's a statue with soft goods and interchangeable parts.
I think so.
So it is essentially still just a statue.
No, yeah, it's not a figure. It's that, or
but it's sideshows, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, Sideshow and Hot Toys are besties. They started business together. I don't know why they wouldn't use it. I would think they would use the 6-scale figure before they would use a statue. But I missed your whole little thing here with the laser pointer about like what the differences are. Show me again real quick, because to me this morning it looked like the same thing. I thought it was, oh yeah, that's, you know.
So this here. So look at this. Look at all these colors. Right. So if this is also, you got, it looks like a reflection of green here, and then all silver, right?
Yep.
What is all this here? There's all pitch black here. Okay.
Well, that could be shadowing. So what else you got?
My God. Well, that's my point, right? So could be shadowing, but you're going to tell me that shadowing is going to completely remove every single tone of every single color that's there? All right, fine. Number 2. Here is the ear, like I was saying before. So here is the ear, all white, right? All white, 100%. Why is the ear all black? Shadow again? Let's give it another shadow. Here is.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. If it's, why would anybody make it black at all, no matter what it is?
That's what I'm saying. So if, let's say, there's a statue that they use, then why did they change the color? You know what I mean? Because this, you can't say that it's reflection. I mean, what do you call it?
No, but why would they do it on purpose at all? I think that's just something to do with the trickery when they were screwing around with, when they go back into Photoshop and stuff and they put the saber effects on, they probably over darkened that area or something, and it affected.
So you're saying they did tweak it on purpose? They actually Photoshopped it for real?
Oh, probably, yeah. I don't know the whole thing, but they might have taken this off of a picture of the statue that they had in stock.
Right.
What I find odd about it is that this isn't a promo photo, that it's actually the slipcase.
Right.
That's what's weird about it.
Exactly. That's why I would never in a million years. And again, can they do it? Could this be it? 100%. We will never know. But I would be, if Hot Toys came out and said, hey guys, yes, that was, the Sideshow statue, I would be like, why would you do that? You're not a peasant company to be doing something like that. You could be making, because especially with this, look at the style of photo that it is. It's a tease. Hot Toys doesn't own a Grievous. They have never made a Grievous. So there's no reason for that to even be there. They would never add something to any photo shoot that, number 1, they don't own, or number 2, they don't plan on making.
Well, I understand your train of thought, but it's speculation up till, right now. When we get a figure from them, which we all believe is coming, we're going to revisit this and see. Turn that thing around, look at it from behind and say, is this the prototype for the actual figure, or is this the character is still the character.
Right.
You could make Grievous in 6 different scales from 5 different companies. He's going to look relatively the same in all of them.
Right.
So it's hard to tell what this is. So I want to see the Hot Toys one come out, and then we'll know. If it looks like this, we know. If not, then okay, they were up to some, you'll say trickery. I prefer the other word, but.
Well, when you say look like this, you mean with like the dark spots, right?
Yeah, like if you can literally turn the figure around and see that from behind, you go, oh, all right, that's obviously what it is.
Right.
We're playing with photos that have been retouched. This is a hard way to.
Exactly. That's the thing. I don't know. I can't tell you if they retouched it, right? I'm going to assume that if there are differences that I'm finding, I'm going to assume that somebody did something to them, because I can tell you, like I said, this green and metallic color will not automatically change to pitch black just because of lighting. Like there's no way.
The saber itself, somebody did something, because sabers don't look like that. CCFL don't even look like that.
Well, correct. That I understand. Correct. That I understand. And that I feel like they always do, right? They always Photoshop those lightsabers to make them look obviously more,
I hate that they do that. Actually, it's just like making the McDonald's burgers look so good on the sign and they look like crap. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I want to see what I'm getting with my money, not what you can make it look like with your your app on your phone.
Well, you can't say that because if they told you the truth, you would never go to McDonald's. So why would you?
Don't go now.
That's what I'm saying. They'll never tell you the truth. Look at all the commercials. Their burgers look incredible, and then when you go show up, it looks like somebody spit in it and threw it at you. You know,
falling down with Michael Douglas. You know, when he goes into that burger joint and he's like, "How come it doesn't look like the picture on the thing?" You know.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie. That was an old one.
Wake 'em up.
The question for Grievous is when? When are we getting him?
I'm gonna say, I mean, at this point, they're teasing him right in the box. He's in the box with Obi-Wan. We saw the image that he was one of the last two figures that were supposed to be announced by Hot Toys for May the 4th. So I'm gonna assume fairly soon. I don't think months by any means, but again, it's Hot Toys, so who knows? But I'm gonna personally say within the next couple weeks, or at least the next few weeks, we're gonna get the actual, whether it's announcement or tease of the actual Hot Toys figure. Again, Hot Toys would never,
What if? Think about this. What denotes whether a character goes to the coming soon page or just comes out? Like Starkiller, Revan, never on coming soon. Kit Fisto's been on there for years. Never comes out. Like, what determines what's what? Like, should we expect to see Grievous come up on a coming soon page, or do we expect them to just come out of left field because Sideshow run is up?
I don't think it'll be a coming soon. I don't think it'll be that type of announcement. I think it's going to be, again, especially now with the amount of hype that they've created for this Grievous, because of this tease. You know what I mean? Like, we're still trying to figure out why the Obi-Wan photos were removed. We clearly know that it has nothing to do with this because this is in the box of the figure. So if they're trying to hide anything, it's already in the box. So there's nothing they can hide in that respect. You know what I mean? But the fact that they added a figure in their promo stuff or in their box that they've never made, and they've never done that, says the figure is coming by hundreds.
Can you imagine Grievous gets announced tonight, only 1,500 pieces? You look crazy here, bro.
Rooted?
No. 1,500 pieces, exclusive coins, whatever you want. Only 1,500. Go.
It's like, go.
Nefty, you could be the hype man.
Right. Brandon in the
house. Whoa. Who are these nerds that look showered and clean? What's going on here?
Showered and clean.
What's up, bro?
Welcome.
Ew.
Can you imagine Grievous 1,500 and they say go?
Nefty, you always got these great ideas.
A lot of attention to Hot Toys. They'll put the community in a frenzy. It's a win-win.
I'm telling you,
Nefty.
And it'll be exclusive.
I was gonna say,
eBay, forget about it.
I was gonna say, Jay, what do you think? You think that's how would that do? Now, what do you think? How would that do? Like 1,500 out of nowhere, boom.
A lot of people pissed off.
I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm legit. Like, Nefty always has the best ideas. He gets me excited. I'm like, you should work for the company. You could be a great hype man. You know?
No, let that be in the bullshit category because I get a lot of people pissed off, bro.
Hey, Nefty and I were bros until he said 1,500 and exclusive.
I don't even want that, but. Imagine that. They want attention.
Brandon, what do you think of that? What do you think of the whole situation of Grievous? Hot Toys teasing the Grievous that they've never made ever, right? Do you think that they're using somebody else's figure? Do you think this is their figure? What do you say?
Dude, Hot Toys has a reputation for teasing upcoming releases in their art prints, in their blogger photos, and all that. We're gonna get a Grievous. It's time. Especially when we had Attack of the Clones. I mean, we're getting Attack of the Clones figs this year. We've got Padawan Anakin, we've got Padme, we've got the Super Battle Droids, and so on. Like, it's happening, bro. I'll tell you what, though, Nefty, If they come back at 1,500 and exclusive, we're gonna FLIGHT without the L.
Yeah.
Bob says, Fab, you can edit all those colors and like, no, I know that. I know. I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is, it wouldn't make sense for Hot Toys to even bother doing that if they're making their own figure. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know that anything could be. They could have photoshopped this entire figure, themselves and not used anybody. You know what I mean?
But that's why I was saying, do you think it's going to come to the coming soon page and then it's going to be 3 years out from pre-order and then another 2 years to your table?
No.
Or do you think they got it ready to go and we're looking at the back of it?
So because of the fact that, here's the thing.
No, that's not even the same picture. I'm sitting here staring at it. Like, that's not the statue. Look at the shoulder pad.
You don't think so?
No. Look at the shoulder pad. If you look at his shoulder pad, there's more of a dip on the statue than there is in the art print. If you look at the lightsaber in the higher of the left hands, okay, there is no detail on the tip near the emitter in the art print photo. The angle of the wrist plate that's on the same hand is different. I mean, even the fingers, like you look at the fingers on the statue, the fingers are yellow.
I'm telling you, this is not a statue, and this is not by Sideshow. And again, Hot Toys would never do that to themselves because they don't need to do that. They don't need to use anybody else's product to sell anything.
Yeah, they're not in art.
Shot every time we say in art.
How dare you?
There you go.
Oh my God. But that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you guys. And so how I think it's coming. This is how I think it's coming.
How do you think it's coming, Fabs?
Here's the thing. So Attack of the Clones, right? What's coming for Attack of the Clones? That hasn't released yet. That hasn't released yet. Because we already got all these things from Attack of the Clones. We got C-3PO. We got Geonosis droid. We got Super Battle droid. We got Padme. We got who else do we get?
We got Django.
Who?
Django?
Well, no, I'm talking about recent. Like we just got this, like for the past releases.
Keep up, bro.
Padawan Anakin is coming, right? He should be coming within the next few. So
delayed.
So here's the thing. Now, is Hot Toys going to wait a year and 2 months, a year and a half, a year to put this up for pre-order and then take a certain amount of orders? Number one, because it's an easy figure to make, so they can make 20,000.
Can I point something out?
Hold on, let me finish real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Then I'll lose my train of thought, and then I'll fire you from the show. And two, the fact that maybe to not have us wait for an entire year because we got Dooku, because we got Padme, because we got Django, because we got all of these figures are together. We could have an entire shelf right now of Attack of the Clones figures. So my thing is, could they put it up for pre-order and wait a year? Absolutely. But could they also do a real quick release like they did, those limited 1, 2, 3, they're ready to go type announcements, right? Here they go. They're going to go for pre-order today. A certain amount of number. It is what it is. That's another possibility to avoid waiting an entire year to make the figure. Or again, they can be smart about it and say, let's make this money. It's an easy figure to make. It's literally all, printed panels and bones and stuff. Why not make money on it and take the pre-orders and get as many pre-orders as possible and make the money that way? So that's how I think it could happen. What do you guys think? Go ahead, Brandon.
Dude, like, Nefty, I'm starting to get even more mad, dude. Here's the thing, right? 000 dropped with a limited release and shipped like the same day. Okay, the Umbra dropped with a limited release and shipped the same day. Like those ones came out of, they fell out of the sky. And Yeah, I think we're going to see the same thing with Grievous. I think Grievous is hot enough and exciting enough that they're just going to hit us. They're just going to walk up and like slap us with a big salmon out of nowhere. And it's going to be like a $400 fig. We're all going to not hesitate to drop the money on it because they're going to say, "Oh, by the way, it ships tomorrow." And it's like, "Oh man."
So that's what, that's another potential possibility. The thing is, are they looking to, to bank on this figure? Are they looking to just, make it 1, 2, 3? Here's a, 2,000, 3,000 pieces. Here you go. And charge, because this is a tall ass figure. So, they're going to charge $350 at least. At least. The only thing that's going to save us a little bit of money is the fact that he's a very thin, very flimsy figure. That's why I think that diecast is necessary to make it more valuable, right? But then that means that at that height and that weight, it's going to be 400, 425 plus. So that's where I'm at with the diecast with this figure. Jay, what do you think?
Well, before this last batch of releases, they've managed to miss every anniversary, every like strike while the iron's hot moment. Based on their track record, I'd expect this thing to come out like in the middle of March in about 2 years when there's nothing Star Wars related going on, because that seems to be how they do things. But I don't know. They just hit us with like umpteen figures in the past month. So, they kind of threw us a curveball. So now I don't know what to think. In a way, I kind of like it. It's exciting again. Mm-hmm. You don't know what to expect. You're not sure what you're looking at. Yeah. I don't know.
Uncarded makes a great point. Even professional toy photographers have to either credit or omit products from their other companies that are used in their professional photos. Exactly. So you cannot use legally, okay? Legally, and Hot Toys would never set themselves up for a lawsuit over a picture of an item they didn't even make. So there's your answer right there. Grievous is coming. Like I said, you heard it here first. We just don't know how many. We don't know what type of release it's going to be, but you heard it here first. You are welcome. Let's see who Summer Showcase. So thank you, Uncarded. See, he knows. You guys want to learn something? You got to watch the Hangout. Let's see. It's like Mr. Raj. We need a new Leia. Michael, check your phone. See this guy. I sent him the link like 20 minutes ago. Unreal. Fab's on a roll. I'm on a hero, buddy. Let's see. The Shadow Troopers ship the same day. That's what I'm saying. So a release like that, all right, they're ready to go. Boom. They already in stock. There's no pre-order or nothing. They're ready to go. That type of situation. It happened with the Troopers. It happened with both Troopers, Shadow and regular, and Stormtrooper. So I'm saying it's a possibility just to not make us wait an entire year for this figure. You know what I mean? That's how I'm thinking of it. Because again, it's an easy figure to make. All they got to do is not do it like Sideshow, and they're good. Honestly, Hot Toys is probably done with Star Wars for the year. Just for you.
They just did a Marvel, so they're back to Star Wars now.
4 lightsabers and a soft good kid, probably some wax. Yeah, no, it's gonna be that. I can guarantee you, it's gonna be that diamond-shaped base, because that's the only thing that's gonna work for that figure. You're gonna have the cape. You're gonna get the electrified weapon that he's got, that staff, bow, stick thing. Yeah. Then you're gonna have his 4 lightsabers, right? Obviously, are you gonna get 4 battery packs, or are you gonna get 1 battery pack with 4 ports or 5 ports? That's gonna be something to look for, because remember, Hot Toys is giving us battery packs for lightsabers now, so he needs 4 to be able to light up at the same time.
Where are you gonna put them too? Those things are big.
Well, so that's another thing. So it's gonna be big, right? It's gonna be big. It has to be, I'm gonna assume, magnetic, or it's gonna go within the arms. And I'm gonna have to say probably within the arms. It's gonna be batteries within the arms, because I don't know how they're gonna pull off this battery pack whatsoever. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm
That's in art.
Is that
It's John.
all right? Get your box of those.
Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hey, well,
What's going on, guys?
what up, brother?
All right, so go ahead.
Did you bring enough for the class or what, man? Like now I'm hungry.
Dale huevo.
Oh.
Oh, look what I got for him.
Yeah, so I completely forgot what we were talking about.
So go ahead,
I
Nefty.
would say in our, I mean, sorry,
In our
I think Grievous, I'm going to agree with Jay that it's going to be the long game with Grievous because he's such a character that's wanted by so many people that they're going to try to your point as well, Fabs, they're going to try to bank their money and get as many people to put the money down for Grievous. And, you know, Grievous is Grievous. He's going to, he needs that respect to that long term, you know, that people can have their time to buy him and cash in on it. So I suspect Grievous is going to be the long term. We'll see him in March of next year.
Oh, you think so? Jay, what do you say? When do you expect him? What type of release do you expect?
For Grievous?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. Like I said, I was the one that said Star Wars is done for a couple months, and the next day they dropped 6 figures. I know nothing. You know, but what do you guys think if they release that circular cycle that he rides? How about that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
$700.
You know what I want to
price
say?
tag.
You know exactly, and you know what I was gonna say. You know what we get for that $700 price tag too is we're going to get the transmitter just like they did with Vader, where you hit the button and he goes in that cost.
Oh, that would be dope. Oh, that would be dope.
Like, I mean, shut up and take my money. Am I right?
Yeah. I'd get one for sure. For sure.
Michael, check your messages, Michael. Check your messages. Go ahead, keep going, guys.
I want to know what's in Michael's messages.
The link. No, I gave him the wrong link, like Nefty was talking
But
about. Wait.
Well,
that would be
Go ahead,
that would
Jay.
be solid, man.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Wait, who is that?
Cool,
Who is
bro.
It's
Very
like
cool.
Gundam or something, right?
No, come on, bro.
that?
it's for
I don't
the
know.
two old heads in here like me. It's for Nefty and Will. G4.
Speed Racer. Awesome.
That's
No.
a Speed Racer. Is that Speed Racer? No, get out of
Same
here.
era, same animation.
Okay, all right.
But that's Battle of the Planets. G-Force, Gotchamon.
How many were they? 7 in the team or 5 or
Oh.
6?
Wait, who else is in here?
That's my dude. I'm hiding under the table.
Oh, there he is.
He said finally.
Who's this dude?
Michael, this is the Flash.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
That's you.
All right, so let's see. All right, so who's Brandon? What type of release do you think this is going to be?
Oh man, Nefty already called it. Like I want to fight over it already, man. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it's going to be a limited release. I think they're going to drop it tomorrow. Not literally tomorrow, but it's going to come. It's going to come pretty quickly. I think we're going to see him soon. And yeah, it's definitely going to be limited. If we get that cough, man, it's on. It's on. Like honestly, I'll set it up to like a motion sensor in my room every time I walk by.
Would you want?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Absolutely for Grievous. Yeah, you have to.
That'd be funny if they do that.
Dude, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set up a motion sensor in the room, and every time I walk in and out, it's gonna be.
I do that anyway, but it'd be cool to have it come out of a figure instead.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Brad's on fire today. Look at him. He won't stop with the inner digs all night. Unbelievable. Brad, what's going on? I feel like you're upset because
Dude, the music and everything. That clip is so epic.
It's like slow motion.
One, two, three, boom.
I think that's why Brad's upset. Let's see, Brad. Every time the road is fast, gets another inner. This guy, unbelievable. Yeah, I got you, man. This guy, unreal. Definitely getting it. Yeah, no. The figure is gonna be, obviously night and day compared to Sideshow. It's gonna be way better than Sideshow. But Will, what do you think? We've established that the figure is coming by Hot Toys 100%. This is not a statue by Sideshow. This is not a figure by Sideshow. This is 100% Hot Toys' figure. Now, the type of release, right? How do you think, or how would you want the figure to be released? Would you want it to be your standard release pre-order for everybody? Would you want it to be one of the queues, like, all right, this is limited to a certain amount? Or would you want it to be plastic or die-cast?
I would like it to be for everyone. Unless it is key crap. It's annoying. You can't, when you do it so much, it becomes not as fulfilling, if that makes any sense. You know? Want to definitely be I guess I missed a lot, huh? No, definitely die cast.
Oh, that was great.
So you want it for everybody?
Yeah, why not?
Die cast.
Yeah, put it out there.
I don't think so.
You're gonna make them artists and one little Benito come out here, one of his.
Well, we could do exactly. We do that. We could copy Hot Toys could copy Inner and do the little Superman swirl to the side.
Give him a little barbita. That'll be the artist.
Give him a goatee. Give him a goatee.
Hey, by the way,
That'd
let's
be
go
the evil
Brandon.
version.
Let's go, Brandon. That's my son's name right there.
What?
No, Brandon's on. It's the first time I got on with him.
Oh, gotcha.
That's my son's name too.
Michael, what do you think?
Well, I think that if they give this to us, they gotta like make it so that all the shit lights up. Sorry, pardon my French. All the stuff has gotta light up for one thing. It's gotta be like that new Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan. Where you gotta, like, plug a battery pack into that thing to get all the stuff to light up. And let me tell you how much of a headache that was for me. I'll get into that later if I have to. Somebody should have warned me on that one, by the way. It took me like 5 tries to figure that crap out. It's all gotta light up. If he doesn't have a voice, which Hot Toys doesn't do voices, I doubt we'll ever see that. Right. But they'll probably have 2 versions. They'll have him with the cape, and they'll have him without the cape, and they'll have him with all the things that light up, and they'll have him with like some fancy base, maybe like a crushed clone trooper helmet or something like that.
That'd
just to
nice.
throw that in the box. Something. It's coming, and it's going to be like an expensive figure.
That'd be sick. Yeah, no, exactly. It's definitely going to be, if it's plastic, it's definitely going to be at least $350 just because of the height, period. Even though, like I said, it's all panels, there's not much to it, right? But you remember, now they're gonna get us for the hilts. Everybody wants hilts. He comes with 4 hilts. So that's money right there, right? Even though we know it cost them nothing, that to them is value. So then the effects, right? You're going to have the standard long effect, and then the moving effect that looks like a fan. So that's going to be on there for 4 times.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Right. So you got 4 straight 4 fans. Then you got the cape. Then you got the base. Then you're going to have obviously swappable wrist pegs in case they break, and whatever else they decide to it, because they're going to add some other stuff, right? It can't be
2 sets of arms. 2 sets of arms.
Exactly. So it's going to be a pricey figure. And I think now, trying to figure out at least what it's going to come with, I doubt it'll be die-cast because it's going to be very pricey then. It's going to be hitting almost $500 with all those accessories.
Or do this.
Put some die-cast.
No, it would be great. It would be great, but I think that because of the die-cast, it'll be so expensive that it'll turn people off. I think.
Make the base make sound effects. Maybe the base can call for you, like when you go to the doctor. Put it in the base. You can't put it in the figure. Right?
Break it down into 2 SKUs.
Bro, don't you mean this?
What is
I was gonna say.
Oh, Nefty, by the way, happy Police Week.
Yep, thank you.
Happy Police Week.
Yeah. Fab, break it down into 2 SKU. Have exclusive with all the bells and whistle, and another, or a summer showcase exclusive. It's gonna be expensive with all the bells and whistle, or
Well, so here's the thing. The one way that they can work that is both SKUs have to have the exact same thing. Obviously, one has to have more than the other. Yeah. Right. So all the base things that he comes with. So the cape, the 4 hilts, the effects, right, and a base at least, and that electric stick that he had. So those accessories that were shown in the movie alone are a must, right? Period. For whatever SKU they make, but how can they make it that much more special, right? To give us a deluxe, right? Obviously, a crazy base that they could give us. But look at what's been given to us previously with that line, with the Attack of the Clones? What have we gotten that is a deluxe base for any of those figures that stands out and you remember, immediately? Any of you can answer.
How about he
Boba
just
Fett's
answered?
throne?
Which one?
Boba Fett's throne.
Right. So that's the only one. But again, that's not That's not.
That's
not Attack of the Clones.
right.
We're talking about strictly something deluxe or something fancy that we've gotten with anything Attack of the Clones. Right. We've got for Django. What do we get? The poncho version. The poncho.
The Django came with a lot.
But the only exclusive thing was the poncho.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. So there was nothing, out of this world with that. That's my point.
Well,
so no figure. Go ahead.
We kind of have to distinguish here. There's a difference between exclusive and deluxe. So if
Correct.
we're talking about deluxe, that's when
base wise,
like
the deluxe is the base.
Yeah,
it's gonna come with a coin.
It's
true.
with the coin.
That is true. Right. The exclusive is the coin. Right.
But I think when we get to exclusives, like we only get those shitty little holograms and stuff like that. Like it's almost not even worth it. I mean, unless you're a completionist or you like holograms. I got one guy who loves holograms. But so I think that's the first distinguishing thing that we have to that's the first line we have to draw, is that if it's going to be exclusive, then it's got to be something like the coin that nobody cares about, or that only a few people care about. But if we're going to go deluxe, that's when we start getting into the wildness. I mean, if we're going to, the other bit is too, is that if we're going to go diecast, and he's going to be, I mean, you guys are saying 500. I'm going north of that. I'm going to say it's going to be closer to 7 if we get it the way that we want it, which would be like diecast. Diecast, you could use steel kingpins to replace the arms, so that way you can support the weight with it and everything else. I think we're going to see magnets on it. We're going to see all kinds of cool stuff when it comes around. Yeah. So I think it's going to be like a watershed figure, yeah.
But at 7, they got to give us something.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I was just saying they got to give us at 7. They got to give us more than just the figure and a couple of bases for sure. I mean, the dewback is 7. That thing's huge. Mm-hmm. It's a giant chunk of plastic.
Wait, 7 what? What are you guys talking about? 7 what?
700.
700.
No, it can't be that much. The dewback.
It can be, but they got to give you more. They got to give you.
Yeah, well, it can be, and I think it's likely that it's going to be that high if we go ahead and we get another one of those wild drops like what they did with Umbra. It's like we're going to go in and get it pre-ordered, and then bam, it's going to turn around and be available. The only way that's possible is if they're doing a limited run. So if they're doing a limited run, I mean, I'm gonna absolutely, like, I'm gonna tear down the walls in my house if they do one of those lotteries and I don't get in again. So.
Do you open a bunch of tabs to do all that?
Huh?
So,
Brandon, you open a bunch of tabs and try different servers and
Bro,
stuff?
I have, so like you guys all know, like, I'm the wild parts guy, right? I have clients whose Sideshow accounts, I actually have their usernames and passwords to get in on shit exactly like that. I regularly, like, when I get in line, say it again.
I use one phone in a parking lot at work, and I get in every time. Every time. And everybody's got like computer setups like the Bat Cave.
Right. Yes.
Figure this shit out.
Yes.
Yes.
That's me.
Wait, Bob has a comment here. It says, somebody sell me on why I need this ugly CGI character in my collection. I'll tell you why.
Having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
I came ready with that.
He's got a meme for every situation. I love it.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Oh my God. Bob, because you're a collector, that's why you need that ugly guy in your collection. Okay? That's why. Because you're a collector. Unbelievable. What kind of question is that on my stream?
How dare you?
I was gonna add to Joker J. All my success with the artisan have been for my iPhone. First time I tried it on laptop and computer, never again. I do it with the iPhone, and I've been getting in low numbers, 200, 300. Boom.
And I'm using the 5G. I'm not going off any Wi-Fi. I'm in an open parking lot.
I use the iPhone one. I don't even use my home system because
give me something to hit Joker with.
Barry, how are you, my friend? What are you doing?
You're like the 100th person to say that.
I'm gonna clobber him. I'm gonna clobber him with a Yeti microphone.
You're gonna have to get in line.
Yeah, get in line. Great. It's a lottery to hit Joker too. Great.
That
Awesome.
is.
We know I'm getting the big bang on that one.
Guys,
It's a
we got one.
privilege.
We got one.
Sold?
Yeah, he's buying
Nice.
it.
Yikes.
Now you're an official influencer.
Oh my god. Yes, guys, hit that. It's 25 of you guys here. Hit that like button, please, if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. So another topic we're gonna get into, guys, which is it looks like it's a very hot topic. I know you guys love. I know Brad has been waiting for this all night. So it looks like they made. How do you say it, Jay? You said her. You
No. You get to sound it out again. Go ahead, Babs.
Hermoine.
For what?
Hormones.
Let's play that back in slow motion.
She's not old enough yet, Babs. Calm down.
So, all right. So it looks like they're doing a back-to-back announcement, which is the very first time they've done this. As you can see, both rooted. We got Ron and we got the she her, and so what do you guys? First of all, is anybody in here besides I know Nefty collects?
No.
You don't collect inert anymore?
No. I thought you was gonna say I'm collecting this. I'm not.
No. I said
Harry Potter has a strong fan base, but
that's why I'm very specific and very clear. I don't want people to think that I'm calling them something. So
Nefty ran away from that like shit. Cody.
I know. He was like, he's like, wait. I didn't even finish it. He was like, no.
Yeah, he's like, I might collect dolls, but I don't collect these things.
So it looks like they made her, right? Again, obviously Harry Potter is a big deal. Harry Potter is legendary, books and films and stuff. I know nothing about it. That's why I can't even pronounce her name. I don't know who she is. But obviously, again, there was a lot of fans out there, Brad being number one. And this is apparently very exciting for the fans of these lines. So now, Nefty, like I was saying, you being an in-art collector because you own in-art figures and you've bought in-art figures. Obviously, that
sounds like an accusation.
That doesn't mean that you need to be an in-art fan of Harry Potter, right? Doesn't mean that just because you collect in-art that you're gonna have to buy this too. How do you feel? Number one, again, being a fan of in-art, the fact that they're throwing at you guys not one announcement, but two, right? Rooted for the same line. If you were a collector of that line, how does that make you feel?
I mean, you're seeing volume coming through on that particular Harry Potter line. So, and it's obvious it's coming right on the heel of Hot Toys' recent bombardment of figures that they just announced. But like I was saying before, hey, Brad, stay strong in our bro. Seriously, I don't follow Harry Potter. I know there's a strong fan base, but I'm not collecting their original Harry Potter or these two. But the figures look great. Do we know any prices on them? Because I know these are small figures.
No prices yet. Exactly. No prices yet, but let me refresh.
Breaking news.
Nope, nothing yet.
It shouldn't be that expensive because at the end of the day, it's a kid's body.
Right.
Breaking news. Contrary to what you might believe, John said recently, very, very recently, that the price point is going to be high on these figures because they're small. What? The R&D to make new figures that are tiny and to scale the clothing down even smaller is going to cost more money somehow in our math.
No way.
What? So you can expect the price point. You can expect the price point to stay the same, I would imagine. You'll get the smaller figure, probably a bigger backdrop. The backdrops all go together, kind of like the Stormtrooper bases.
But wait, question. Hold on. Rudy, if you're in the chat, please let me know how much you paid for Harry, because he bought the Harry Deluxe, the rooted Harry Deluxe, and he also told me that they only made one version of him. That's the rooted version. So he paid something like 400 plus. If Rudy, if you're in here, please let me know how much you paid, because that's insane.
Really?
Oh.
So I got something that I want you to put up, Fabs. I'm going to send it to you on Facebook.
This is what I was going to put. Send it to me, but this is also what I wanted to show, because if we're talking R&D, and this is going to be more expensive, what?
Not more expensive, but he's saying the price point is going to be what he was saying is it's not going to go lower in price because they're smaller figures. It's going to stay the same.
They're already not lower in price because, like I said, Rudy paid for Harry Potter $4 and change for that tiny thing.
InArt came in with the prices high. They're not going to go backwards.
Exactly.
Nothing ever goes backwards.
Exactly.
But I would have thought, because it's a smaller body, and in the 1/6 community, this is not the first child character that's been developed. So I don't build dolls, but I would suspect that they already have a standard for small size kids, clothing, shoes, and what have you. It's not a new innovative thing,
Yeah. Exactly. So
hey, wait a minute. Is Iron Man and Yoda the same price?
For Hot Toys, they are.
What? Not on the aftermarket.
So, but here's the thing, okay? Like whoever said, I forgot who said, but they came in high. They're not going lower, okay? They already showed what their prices were going to be with Harry Potter because he's already out for pre-order. But the point is, this is what we're paying top dollar for. Like, this is the innovation. This is the, this is the, what we're paying so much for. They're saying this. What Joker just said that John said. The reason why he has to say that is the same reason why he has to say that WB is dictating their prices. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so you're going to tell me that because the outfits are smaller that you're going to charge more? That's just part of what the deal is. If you're going to make a figure, you already include that pricing and that amount of labor into whatever you're going to charge. So you're not going to say that, price isn't going to change because of, no, you already started high and you're staying high.
Mezco's been making tiny tailored figures for years.
Joker,
like Nefty just said, none of this is new technology. What are they talking about? R&D for smaller figures.
Exactly. I'm telling you, all they do is talk about is scamming, and they say it in a way for you idiots who follow this stuff. Oh, look, they said this, so this is how it is because they said. No, think. Just because he said something doesn't mean that's what it is.
So the cry of free price.
People can't lie to you. People can't tell you things just so you fall for lies and fall for tricks, so you overpay for things. People are and Joker J, whatever you said, you bet your ass you'll see that exact word for word what you said in the groups, repeated by other InArt chills, saying, "Oh, well, the only reason why they're so expensive is because of this." And Johnson, yo, it's a joke.
InArt chills,
and they justify again. Just repeating what he said word for word, that's their justification.
And then in the next
shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
What's funny is they said that this is new R&D to make smaller figures, blah, 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 blah. But then when they talked about doing a Wonder Woman in the future, they were saying how, well, TB League's been using silicone bodies for a while, so we'll have to do something like that. It's like you're taking clues from TB League to make bodies. Where's the R&D for this little thing that has joints at the knees? Like, no, it's just not adding up. It's like, all right, I don't think they're up to some kind of like crazy, they're plotting to take over the world and lying to us and all that. I think they're being shady with what they can tell you because they can't tell you the truth. And that's business.
Period. That's it. It's period. It's not about
Joking about the Mezcos.
They can't tell you the truth. Correct. Exactly.
But it is what it is.
About the Mezcos. Their tailoring is ridiculously good. And those figures are 12. The Commissioner Gordon, the trench coat, the suit.
And what do these go for, these Mezco figures?
$100, 120, right?
So
Commissioner Gordon was a little more because he came with a back signal, but him alone was the price of admission.
Yeah.
Michael, do you know about these figures? Do you collect InArt at all or no?
No, I don't collect InArt at all. They haven't put on anything I care about. And I really am not a fan of Harry Potter at all.
Michael.
How dare you?
There's no way you could like send me this figure and I'll be like, return to sender. I'm done.
Return to sender.
There's no way I would ever have a Harry Potter figure of anything. I wouldn't even own the book or a movie.
If you ever get one in the mail by mistake, this is where you send it back.
The strands for the
dude, the look of abject fear on his face is unreal. Like he's like I imagine what he's thinking is, oh my God, can we pause the live stream?
Hey, you know what went through his head? I was not even near this thing. That's what his first thought was.
He looks like he got told like 10 times to not go near it because it'll fall over. He got within 10 feet and it fell over.
So how do you guys feel about, again, look at this picture. That's why I put it up. How do you feel about paying, let's say, $450 for something that looks like this? Anybody?
To each their own, but
I don't think we're gonna see Hermione at 450. I mean,
repeat that again.
I don't think we're gonna. Don't be a smartass, bro.
Babs ready for that button, man.
Hermione.
I wanted to hear the proper pronunciation. Nobody tells me.
No, I mean, I got a hard time choking down that Rudy paid $450 for Harry. I mean, I could see it for the title character. I suppose I could, especially if they went ahead and they launched a bunch of extra kit with him. Hermione's not going to be at that level though, and I'm really, really not happy with those knee joints. Not like I was going to go ahead and be in on those anyways. I am a Harry Potter fan. I absolutely adored the books because I know how to read, Mike. But you know, the coming up with like those aren't just knee joints though. Those are some ugly ass knee joints.
That's crazy, right? It's like this is what you're like at this point. You would think, let's give them, you know, silicone legs or you know,
yeah,
solid,
man.
you know what I mean? Like something.
And the only reason I can come up with why they wouldn't put seamless legs on her, because we see it with Ahsoka and shit all the time, you know, where we get just a silicone upper body or something, or like a silicone neck piece or something like that in case of some of the Kylo Rens. But yeah, like why wouldn't we get? I mean, you wouldn't even need silicone feet or anything, just that leg bit right there.
Right.
Is she going to come with a
I
robe?
think that's terrible. Is she going to come with what?
Is she gonna come with
yeah,
a
I'm
robe?
sure she will.
Well, then that's what people will have her in, so it won't matter anyway.
Let me see if they added the robe to begin with.
Still not
I
happy.
don't know. Oh, here it is. Nope, no robe.
No robe?
No robe.
Wow.
Just a scarf, but no robe. Yep, no robe. So
she has the scarf.
You get the broom or whatever that thing's called. At least
no, she's got the witch's
She
hat.
got the sorting hat.
Yeah, she's got
the sorting hat, not the witch's hat. You know what, Fabs?
Well,
you gotta level up.
the wizard hat.
that hat's cool. That hat's real cool.
And then see, nothing. That's it. She's got.
I'd like to get just a hat.
You know, if anybody wants to jump on the Harry Potter, it's still available. Not the deluxe. Not the deluxe. The regular one.
Oh my God!
What's this premium about those knees? Like whether it's because Hot Toys has done this too. That one Harley Quinn figure was fantastic, but those knees were so hideous.
All of their figures' knees are like that, except
so
the new figures.
But what's this premium about these knees? Like if you're trying to be a premium company and you're telling me it's R&D and you got to shrink the figure and you're going to give us this giant background to make up for the money you're going to charge me, how dare you give me those knees? I just don't understand. I mean, whatever. Again, I don't have a beef with the company, but it's just weird. It's just weird.
Obi-Wan says that's what falling off magnet bases does to your legs. Unbelievable. This for you.
Oh, that's good.
Unreal.
That's good.
Unbelievable. Fabs knows his Harry Potter. Yeah. Okay. Can you imagine? I know nothing. So nobody here is anywhere near even remotely attracted to not
Hermione.
not attracted, but like
where are we going with
this? Use your words, Fabs.
Can we change the pictures a little bit before we go?
Nefty's blushing.
Is this not appealing to any of you guys at all?
Look,
This
man,
is
it's
for a Harry
a
Potter
good-looking fig. Right. Okay, this is a good-looking fig. It's got a lot of great accessories. On a 1 to 10, okay, throwing out the fandom and whether or not you're interested. I mean, the knee thing notwithstanding, okay, we're looking at like a solid 7.5 or an 8, maybe even an 8.5 for a fig. I mean, she looks great. The tailoring is perfect. The outfit, everything, the environment, all of it's phenomenal. But it's a great figure. I think it's definitely worth it, but it's going to come down to whether or not you're that big of a fan of the Harry
Right.
Potter series.
Exactly.
I don't collect these because I have a rule. My rule is Star Wars only, so I can't get out of control. I even break that rule sometimes. But if I didn't have that rule, if I was like the big dogs like you guys and I had entire rooms dedicated to my collection, I'd be in for 2 of each without a doubt. You know, I think they're great. They're solid figures, and the accessories definitely make it. Like the chair and the sorting hat. Come on, I mean that's cool stuff. You don't see things like that.
And the thing that got Rudy was, he bought it because he's like, I'm such a fan. He goes, if I wasn't, that's the only reason why I'm getting it is because I love the movie. I'm like, no, but still, like, 4. He's like, yeah, but it's like, and I understand because when you like something and you love something, it is what it could be. That figure could have been, I'm just assuming, right? $700. And if he wanted it that bad, if he was such a fan, he would have bought it and said, and justified it any way possible and said, I love it because of this and this and this. And I want it. And $700 is nothing because I love the character. And that's how people
exactly.
And
that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? At the end
Correct.
of the day, we live in a capitalist society. A thing is worth exactly what somebody is willing to pay for it.
Right.
So, I mean, we go ahead and we shout down the price and stuff and things like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, look at that head sculpt, man. That's phenomenal. Look at Ron.
So they gave me the jacket and they didn't give her the robe. So how do you feel? So he's got the robe.
He's got the jumper too. Look
at that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's the robe.
Yeah,
so, I feel like we're missing something. Like, are those genuinely like product release photos that we saw in Hermione, or are they just?
Yeah. This is straight from this website where you're supposed to go buy it from.
Oh, right. Okay.
But
so then I guess there's no robe.
This is from that show that they had. They had a some showcase. I don't remember when, but this is where these pictures are from.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. WonderCon.
I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time choking down that they didn't produce a robe for her. But
yeah, it doesn't seem to make
did Harry
sense.
have a robe?
I believe so, right? All 3 of them should have that uniform, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've all got the uniform. It's the robe that I think is missing. So
no, that's what I'm saying. The robe and the scarf.
Right.
All 3 of them had that on.
Is this supposed to be a piece of fried chicken? Or ice cream?
I'm gonna go with ice cream. Looks like ice cream.
I hope it's ice cream.
I don't know why we. It looks like something I bought off a Wish recently.
Is that one YouTuber said again? Companies are making kid figures, or what? Or was that only Hot Toys? Oh, I don't even know. What kid is?
He's talking about Ryan.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
He said he didn't say he had an issue. I don't believe. I think he was saying something about like, is it weird that I'm a little thrown about collecting kids?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then everybody was like, well, what are you trying to say? Are you really a closeted whatever?
Get
and
off
it's
that
like,
shit. That's ridiculous.
That's a bit much. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
No matter how you feel about Ryan, that's kind of a low blow.
Yeah. Just by what
yeah, that's nonsense. I mean, at the end of the day, like we love telling stories, right? That's why we're in this game. We love the movies. We love the film. Yeah, that's nonsense.
Now let's get to Ron, guys. So how does it change it that it's Ron? Does again, same size of figure, it's a different character, obviously same movie. Does the character appeal to anybody else, or same situation?
No, I love it.
I mean,
good. Anyone?
I love it. I think, look at the head sculpt. I love that the freckles are so subtle because, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody's into the movies, but in the movies, like, he didn't really grow into his face until like the 3rd movie. So I think that they really captured him being, 10 years old.
Into his face. That's crazy.
But no, he's great. I mean, his face even says Ron Weasley. I think he's one of the best. Stop it. Yes, we see the blue tack. But no, I think he was a great character. He was an excellent companion for Harry. He had his own great stories and stuff. So I think when you look at the figure, you kind of relive some of those stories. I would definitely. In fact, how much are these figs?
Well, they don't have price yet, but the other one, the Harry Potter, is like 4 and change. But the reason why I point this out, guys, is because remember, these are supposed to be $400 and change, right?
That's the
And they can't even, and exactly, and you're getting something that, again, it's not even your standard 12, 13, 14-inch figure. It's a tiny figure. So I'm going to say 6 inches, right? You're going to tell me that you can't even get your figure at 6 inches tall to stand on its own on a magnetic base? What is the problem?
Weak ankles, bad magnets.
What, yo, it's insane. Like, what are you guys paying for at over $400?
You guys.
I don't understand.
I know. Wait. Fobs keeps saying you guys. Meanwhile, Fobs, you got 2. I got 0.
6-inch,
Zero.
figures that don't.
Joker, are you even a real collector though? Let's be real here.
I have Gandalf coming. He's just not here yet, so I got to say that now because I'll be a hypocrite tomorrow.
I'm kind of curious about this now with the height of the figures. Are they going to come out with all the hobbits now?
Yes.
Are they?
They're based on this body.
They're coming out with all the hobbits. Maybe not Boromir. Boromir might get skipped, but everybody else from the Fellowship.
Why would they skip Boromir? How are you going to have a Fellowship without Boromir?
Well, that's up to us to put pressure on them, us inarders.
Yeah.
You real
dude. I saw somebody list a Gandalf, an Inart Gandalf, and it was like
for
$1,230. Yeah, he was asking for it, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it, but oof, that one stung when I saw it.
Well, they're going for that price because they're a lot of people aren't pre-ordering them, and a lot of people do pre-order and never get them. So it feels like they're very, very rare, very limited. And that's why you see them for that price. And then, they're sold out, and then that's it. You'll never hear about them ever again. But this is for Albert.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Gabby's got that keyboard on standby.
All hot chicken drumstick.
Fabs.
I own 0 Inner figures. Fabs has 3. Exactly. How crazy is that? You're Inner's #1 fan, and I own more than you. Can you imagine? That's crazy, Brad. Stop it,
Fabs.
Brad.
Fabs.
Yeah.
I just I gotta get out of here. Just want to tell
all
you.
right. All right. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
And one last
brother.
Peace. One last announcement before I go. I did it, bro.
What'd you did?
I already purchased the Harry Potter for 303, the regular one. I put myself on the wait list at Spec Fiction, but I bought the 303 regular one. I'm going for these 2 over here.
Good man.
He's lying.
High five.
You know what? I'll go with these 3 main characters from the original Harry Potter movie because remember, I have a movie section.
Stop lying.
Back to the Future, the Terminator, Harry Potter.
He's lying.
I'll get these 3.
He's lying. He's lying.
No. Seriously. I put myself on the wait list for the deluxe. I was just looking to see how much more the deluxe has versus the other one. Now, the other one is coming out at 303. I don't find that bad, 303. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to have to go for these guys, but I'm going to see, hopefully, there'll be a deluxe version, non-deluxe version, and I'll see, because I think one of the big things with the deluxe version is that background, which is nice. I'm looking at it right now. So I'm waitlisted there. Now, I am going to see in other websites if I can find the deluxe, but if not...
Try Big Bad Toy Store, Nefty.
Big Bad Toys for the deluxe? Right.
Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know about the deluxe, but I know they're authorized to carry Inart now, so that's.
Oh, I know, because I already got in Spec Fiction. I already locked in the regular one because I would get 2 Harry Potters because if I get the deluxe, there's a lot of things I can have them doing differently than in the regular one. But if not, I'm settling in with the regular one, and because I'm okay with 303. I'm like, that's not bad. It's not $700. 303, I can do it. And if it's the first 3 Harry Potters, they already entice me, showing me that they're gonna have these other 2, put them together, and I close that chapter of Harry Potter. All right. So,
oh wow, Nefty! So you're a liar.
No.
Wow, he said liar.
You know what? When I saw the price 303 for the regular one, and I see everything he comes with. Oh, and this is not the rooted hair. So it's the the regular not rooted hair.
I'd back you up, Nefty, but you made that comment about Grievous coming out as exclusive, and dude, I ain't got your back on this one.
Oh,
because I've always said that part of my collection, one section of it is just movies. all the movies that I can relate to as a young person in my youth and later on in life. Harry Potter was
before you go, just remember who's king.
The gentleman, it's been fun. I just gotta go.
All right. Good night, my friend. Thank you.
Later, brother.
Oh my God, that's so
Hey,
fun.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
No, I'm just making sure that he doesn't, suddenly start getting confused at like, oh, I'm really liking in art. Wrong, All right, so let's get to our next topic, guys, that I want to get into with you guys real quickly, and then we're out of here. So it looks like, guys, okay? It looks like
we're at a gay rave.
this is this is a big deal, and that's why I want to talk about it again with you guys. I want to get your opinion on it. So here is God Loki from the Loki series. I'm going to start with Michael. Michael, how are you feeling the artisan line? Are you into it at all? Are you buying them? Do you care for it? Have you got any?
I have one on order so far, and that's the Han Solo.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not a Marvel guy. Like all these Marvel releases that you guys are like clamoring for. I'm like, yeah, I have a Marvel shelf behind me, but it's nothing I go out of my way to like.
Gotcha.
Hey, I gotta have that. Unless it's like a specific character where like I gotta have Mantis.
But now, if it's between sculpted and artisan, what would you like go for now?
I think at this point I would probably go for an artisan.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So
are you what are you expecting from the Han Solo? Like this is going to be your first artisan, correct?
Right.
So what do you expect? Like what do you think that the hype is about with these artisan things?
Well, I would hope that the tailoring on all the clothing and all that, like that trench coat that he comes with, I hope that thing is like immaculate and it's got a wire in it at least. I don't know. I guess I'm just expecting to be just to have a little bit more premium feel in my hand when I get it, but I don't know if that's going to happen with everything.
Gotcha. So what about because I know you're a DC collector mostly. What about the Wonder Woman? How did you feel about that Wonder Woman? Was that like appealing to you at all, or you were like not really?
Didn't really appeal to me because I watched the movie. I had the original Wonder Woman Hot Toys figure that came out for her first movie.
Right.
Her first movie, not the Justice League one.
Yeah, it was the training.
That's okay, but my problem with her was the body that they used. Because I like to pose my figures, and I felt like I couldn't do anything with that.
Right. So,
I mean, anytime you give me a seamless body, I'm like, I just got to change this body out because I'm not going to be happy with it.
Right.
Every single time. Like I have Ahsoka sitting back here from the Clone Wars sitting on my shelf. I just feel really iffy every time I bend that elbow.
Oh, 3 Mills, welcome. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here.
But I've been really wanting a new Han Solo for my shelf, and they haven't done a new one since A New Hope.
Yeah, why didn't we get a Bespin Han?
Well, he was teased.
Not yet.
He was teased with the Leia figure in the
yeah, man.
But we never saw him.
Kind of lit about that.
And I'm surprised we never saw him. Like, this is probably the closest thing we're going to get to that, but at the same time, we're not going to get it because we're not going to get the long sleeve coat with him from Bespin from ESB.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'll tear down an ESB sideshow figure and just slap the clothes on him. I know.
Oh yeah, totally.
Still,
I agree.
It won't be as nice as a proper one.
Wait, Michael, you said your first artisan was going to be Han Solo?
Yeah, there's no Han Solo artisan though.
Yeah, no.
I think you confused what the artisan is.
Okay, Michael, we need to know if you can pronounce Hermione.
Hermione.
Brandon.
How dare you?
Brother, you're never gonna hear the end of that shit. Wait until Saturday. Is Saturday the first line of the show is gonna be, how does everybody pronounce?
Hermione.
Hermione. Hermione. So, all right. So, Michael, now, specifically this figure, is it appealing to you if you were a Marvel collector? Do you find it, like, is it cool to you, or would you rather the sculpted if you were into the figure, or do you not care?
I'd rather have it be rooted hair every single time.
Oh, for every figure.
For every figure that
Really?
has long hair, they should all have rooted hair.
Now, why do you think that makes the figure better in your eyes?
It's easier to pose that head.
It's easier
So you're
to pose
saying
the
you're
head. What do
saying
you
when
mean?
it's sculpted, it may limit.
When you have sculpted long hair, you are limited by what you can do with that head sculpt.
And that is true.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
is true because it happens with Wonder Woman. It happens with a lot of long hair figures. When you
Black,
go turn the neck, it's rubbing in the back.
Black Widow.
No,
what can you do with the rooted hair, with the sculpted hair on those figures? You can put her in one pose and that's it.
That's it. That is true. Oh, that's a good point. I never really thought about it. We always, because and usually when we talk about hair, it's usually females, right? Because males are usually short-haired, characters, so that's never really an issue. So it's usually long-haired women and long-haired, but even long-haired men. Who's had a long-haired male that is tricky to pose when you turn his head? I'm trying to think right now.
What are we talking about? Figures.
Thor, that new Thor.
The new Thor.
Oh, I didn't see the new Thor.
It like drapes over the front of his shoulders and the back, so if you turn it any which way, it looks goofy.
But I feel like that's every Thor. Every Thor has the same style.
Well, maybe it is, but there you go. I mean,
yeah. That is true. Yes, the Thor. Yep. True. Very true. John Doe, welcome. He says, bro, had my on sideshow looking for the Han Solo artist.
That was funny. That was funny.
I've now made a mistake talking about that. That's all.
John Doe, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
It's like, did I miss the cue? Barry says, I'm having a lot of trouble posing the new Thor. Oh, there you go. See, I didn't know. I don't have it yet. I didn't get it yet. I got to get that soon. Wow.
Yeah, I don't have it yet either because KG Hobby doesn't ship apparently till 7 years after everybody has theirs.
So let's go with you, Jay. Now,
yeah, what?
Tell us your thoughts on the entire, Loki figure, both artisan and sculpted, and which one you like better, and if you can justify the price tag of $500 for the artisan and $290 for the sculpted.
Nope, I can't justify any of these prices. But again, if it's worth that, if people are paying for it, then yes, it is what it is. I'm with Mike.
It's for you. Do you see the value if you were to spend $500 on this artisan figure, and you're like, oh my God, knowing what the figures are like in hand because you have them, do you say, wow, these $540 after tax and shipping, it's really, I'm really satisfied with this $540.
I'm still pissed about the Spider-Man they got us for $400 for. I'm like, what
the Amazing Spider-Man, right?
I had a Mego in 1975 that was the same figure.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
oh my God,
I don't. I love the art. I just love the rooted hair. If it's tamed, I don't like the old school. I have a couple figures like that, and luckily, the character like Batgirl, you can kind of hide the hair and keep it bunched up, and it looks okay. But if I had like that, what was it? The Ultron Wanda. I love that Wanda, but that hair is crazy.
Yeah, that hair is
ridiculous.
Cheap.
I tell you, somebody traded me one of those as a partial trade credit on a buy, and I could not get that thing out of my hands fast enough.
No, if they had done a good job with that hair, forget it. That character's great. But so, but we're in this because we want something that looks realistic. And other than the guys on the Jersey Shore, we don't walk around with our hair looking like plastic. Like it should be rooted. Everything should have been rooted from day one. There should nothing.
But remember that I'm with you, right? It should have been rooted. Great. But look at the figures that we did have from back then that are rooted and are so crappy. Look at Gamora. Gamora is a mess. Look at the ones you're talking about. Both Wandas are a mess. All Wandas are a mess.
Well, what it took was somebody. It took the artisan. Well, the word artisan, the artisanship or whatever. The talent it takes to do that has been there, but they couldn't do it within a price range that people would find acceptable until your boys InArt came in and blew up the market, and now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Brandon. Well, I already got you, Brandon. But Will, tell us everything about this figure. How you feel about the figure? How you feel about the price point? Which one you like better, sculpted or rooted?
I mean, I guess if I was to get this figure, I would have got it rooted. I agree with what you guys are saying about the long hair being rooted, being better. Mike bring up a good point about the neck being able to bend. Maybe the hair helps out better with the posing. But for me, I mean, I'm not interested in this figure, so I could care less. But other than that, it's a good-looking figure. I mean, if you're into it and you want to pay for it, fine. But if the hair's short, I ain't paying for artisan.
Now, for you personally, would you be able to justify $500 for this figure? Remember, you get the throne, you get the chair,
and not because of the hair only, just because of the clothing he has. If the clothing was a little bit more
fancier, right?
I'd say okay, but he looks like he's wearing a chamois.
It's such a plain figure. It's such a plain.
It costs less for the Endgame one, and that was all kinds of like cross stitching and leather.
And that's my point. You want it, but that's my point. That's my point. They've made better suits for Loki for cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Big Dog Pen in the house. Welcome, my friend. Woo!
You gotta get him a Ric Flair one.
I gotta get him one. Yeah. We got Jose in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Being my friend, you made it. He's always working. True story. I bought some figures off a guy locally. He offered that rooted hair Black Widow for $80. Wasn't even interested. Literally don't want to wake up the space. Oh, don't want to take up the space, in my opinion. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, they make the figure how they're going to make them anyway. That's why I don't complain about them. That's why, you know, if you're going to buy, you're going to buy it. You're going to have to deal with whatever it is. You know what I mean? For me to sit there and go, well, I'm not buying this because of this and this and this, I wouldn't have anything. You know, like that. And that's why, like, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for nobody else but myself. When I feel like when you're in this, when you're so involved in it, or when you're into something, right? When you're so into something from the beginning, right? And then you find, because I was buying Transformers and a bunch of stuff, and then I found Sideshow, and then, you know, not Sideshow, Metacom, and then
you found InArt.
To Sideshow, and then from Hot Toys, and, you know, everything in between, Play Arts, Kai, and all that stuff, right? When you're in that mode of everything is appealing, right? And to this day, to me, everything's still appealing, right? Because I just love Hot Toys so much. I can't find, or I can't make myself look for justifications not to buy something, because to me, everything's so great. Even the worst figure, to me, I'm like, oh, that, you know, like, to have that in your collection, that's got to be cool. So that's how I always justify, you know, to buy. I don't justify not to buy. I justify to buy. So I understand that obviously not everybody can afford everything. I can't afford everything, as you guys know. That's why I'm, you know, like 12 figures behind already. So that alone, that makes me crazy. That makes me like, because
you're crazy.
Yeah.
No, it does. It's like, it's like, you know, I want
12 figures.
Oh, you're missing out there, Fabs.
Well, no, it's more than 12, but I'm saying 12 that I want. Like, now I've missed, you know, over, you know, 40 figures, but it's just, to me, in my head, I can't miss that. I can't miss it.
You got that weird, like, brand completionist thing.
That's my issue. That is the main.
It took me a long time to get over that, but it's like I still have it to this day. Like, I'm trying to scale down the smaller scale stuff. I'm trying to back off the smaller scale stuff because I want more money for 6 scale. Right. But it's like, how do you not complete a line you've been working on for 3 years? Like the more they keep releasing GI Joes, I'm like, oh, I gotta buy that. I gotta buy that. You know.
I got all the Joes. It's hard to say no.
Me too. Not the sublines though. I don't like that the Tiger Paw, whatever the hell bullshit.
Yeah, I get those on clearance.
Eco Wars.
Because nobody wants them. That's why they're always
exactly.
You gonna get Nemesis Enforcer when he comes out, Joker J?
Nope, I won't do that. Like I won't do the Cobra Law. I'm like 83 to 87. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Last but not least, we got Obi-Wan, General Obi-Wan Kenobi. This figure's shipping. Obviously, we don't have the blogger pictures because they were removed. But how do you guys feel about this figure? Who likes the figure? Who really likes the figure? Who really dislikes the figure? I'm going to start with you, Brandon. Brandon, how do you feel about the figure? Quickly, since we already know how you feel about it. But give me your likes and dislikes of the figure.
I can't think of anything really that I dislike about him. I mean, I could kind of complain about the black undersuit that's underneath, but I mean, it's exactly what the look was. You know what I mean? So, what are you gonna do? I mean, I feel like maybe I guess I could complain about the tunic being reused because it's clearly the tunic from the previous Obi-Wan. But I mean, I'm so amped up. Like honestly, I'm gonna have 3 of these sitting in my closet. I don't even know why. You know what I mean? Like I'll put them in. I'm gonna have 3 of them just so I can put them in different places in my bookcases. You know, so that way I can see more of them. I'm so excited. This Jedi in armor. I feel like is something that we should have seen way more of than we actually did. Like when the Jedi showed up at the end of Attack of Clones, and they rescued Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme, like that should have been Warrior Central. Like we should have seen reflective armor. We should have seen some really obscene, badass looking stuff, but this, I'll settle for this in the meantime. I'm really, really happy about this one, especially like with Mace. Mace is going to come with the same van braces as well that have the tine at the end. So I'm just so amped up. There's so many possibilities here because you could take the gear from this figure and you could take the van braces from Mace and you can make any Jedi into a Clone Wars general, and I think it would be absolutely phenomenal.
So now, question for you. So now, are you more excited about being able to part the figure out, or are you more excited to get the figure in your collection? It sounds like you're more excited about the selling.
No. I didn't mean it in that regard. I meant it for me, man. I'm going to be sitting here with parts. Okay, look, parts is my job. It's what I do. It's fun. Yeah, and I'm going to clean house on this one, I'm sure. But me, man, it's the cigar band. When I turn around and I see all the cigar bands lined up on my shelf, like that excites me.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll probably be a few months before it comes out of the box, but it really is.
Yeah. Let's go with Michael. Michael, how do you feel about this? Are you getting this? Do you like this? Do you not like it?
I like it, but I didn't order it.
Why?
I know. I said that out loud.
Neither did
I might have to pick it, go back. I might have to put it in order somewhere for it.
Let's see how many pre-orders I have left.
I've been trying to avoid going down the Star Wars rabbit hole I've already gone deep down on.
Yeah, but this by itself on a shelf looks gorgeous. Yeah. Like you don't need anything.
I already sold my original Obi-Wan long time ago and my original Anakin a long time ago. I'm do I really need to have them on my shelf again?
Sounds like you're actually getting out of collecting, no?
No, this was this was before I knew you, Fabs. I got rid of all this. I got rid of a bunch of my stuff just to get rid of it because I was almost out of the game a while, 5, 6 years ago. And then I was and something got me sucked back in, and I can't remember what it was, but I was oh, now I'm back.
I think you told me he was the veteran. Jerry, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing.
But I really feel like I might have to pick this up because I do need an Obi-Wan on my shelf, and I'm kind of debating between this one and the Obi-Wan show Obi-Wan. I don't know.
If you're only going to go with one, first off, you got to have them both because what's wrong with you? But no, if you only had to have one,
no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. I'm not going to bully you or anything.
My order for all 4 of the current that are currently released Bad Batch figures. I was I can't have just one. I got to get them all.
That's how I feel every time they drop a Star Wars figure. Like it doesn't even matter anymore, man. I got 3 battle droids sitting in a warehouse 75 miles from here just because I had to have them. You know, so I get it.
I get
but
it.
like,
I ordered 2
it's
of
Star
every
Wars,
thing that
man.
comes out.
William, this is for you. William, Will, this is for you.
Yeah, that pimp Destro, I've never been a fan of that design, man. It was terrible in Black Series too. Not that
Right, but he looks great in that 1/6 in the photos for some reason. I'm with
Yeah.
you, but now all of a sudden I love it. I don't know.
Here's the deal. Like, did we get a 1/6, a proper 1/6 Destro with the red, with the red outfit, the red and black outfit and everything?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They made a red.
Oh, okay. Well,
shipping this month, but we don't have them in hand yet. We don't have them in hand yet.
These
Oh,
are
okay,
just
all right.
variants. Those are just variants that they made.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They
they're
look-
beautiful.
They look gorgeous.
They're beautiful.
Though. No, they look
People-
that gold. All that gold on them, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like that Destro design. I don't get it, man. I maybe because I was a little kid when I was playing with GI Joes. Like I think GI Joes were dropping when I was like 6 years old.
Wait,
So that's what I identify with when I think of GI Joe. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, all the really serious ones. So to see that kind of pimp Destro, I don't know what is that. What is that outfit actually called? There's no name for it.
Profit Director, Pimp Daddy. It was
Profit
PD.
Director, that's
They
right.
kept changing it. Yeah.
What is GI Joe making? Is it the 3-0 GI Joe line that you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
They're crushing it, but they can't. 3-0 has a problem with sculpts. The only one that hasn't been a masked figure so far has been Roadblock,
Right.
and I gotta say it's a very
it's trash.
generic black
Garbage.
man
Yeah,
like
garbage.
look.
That's right.
It's not like he doesn't look like anybody in particular.
Right.
And so they said they were going to give us Baroness and Lady J, and I think that's what's holding those figures up because now they're coming out with variants of all this other stuff. We didn't even know we were getting a Cobra Commander and a Destro. They came before, and now we're getting variants of those, and there's still no Baroness and Lady J. And I think it's because they're having a problem with female sculpts or something.
I thought I saw a Baroness announced like a while back. I guess, or is it just not finished yet, or not even announced?
They talked about it. They showed schematics.
Oh, okay. That's probably what I
At
saw.
least that's all I ever saw on Reddit, and that's the last I heard of it, and that was like a year and a half ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are we? Hold on. Yeah, so here we are.
I'm in California. Where are you?
I was just looking for. So, Will, tell us how you feel about this.
I like the figure. I'm gonna pick him up. I didn't pre-order him. I'm probably gonna get him on Kids for Adults or somewhere, but I'll get him. I'll pick him up. I like him a lot.
How would you display him? Head sculpt on, or would you display him like this?
Not with that helmet on. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe just put the helmet on the floor or not even take it out
Like
the box.
that, him holding it like that.
No, I'm not gonna have him holding it. No, I'm just gonna have him with Clone Wars Anakin.
You sound
and
angry.
The clones around them in a little circle, whatever. But yeah, the helmet's gonna stay in the box.
William,
What are you
welcome.
gonna do with that apple?
3-0 is also just as slow as. Oh, I didn't know. What, like releasing?
He'll hold the
figures?
apple.
Let me know, William. Releasing figures. And Joker J.
Yeah,
Your
love
call.
it. I'm with Brandon. I think when you give me the Jedi look with some Stormtrooper gear on them, that is a beautiful amalgamation. It's peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and chocolate, peanut butter and anything, and bacon and anything. It's just perfect. Get rid of the cape so he's aerodynamic for fighting. I don't know. I like it.
Wait, did you
I
say
like it a lot.
Did you say get rid of the cape for aerodynamics?
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like is that cape. It's I don't know. I just don't.
But wouldn't it make sense for aerodynamic? Like when you fly, you need a cape for aerodynamics. So what do you mean?
You ever see The Incredibles?
No capes.
You ever see The Incredibles? The whole thing about cape. I'm with that. Like you're swinging this blade that can burn through walls, and you got this cape. You're getting caught up in the cape with a blade that you can chop your head off. Like nothing's making sense there. You better have the Force.
You better have the Force. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So we did it. Brandon, I'm going to let you speak on Saturday because that will be the next time we will be together. So let everybody that's here know right now what's going to be happening on Saturday. Obviously, maybe some didn't watch yesterday. So let them know.
Let's go, Brandon.
Saturday's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a big Zapco announcement that's going to take place. It's going to be such a big announcement, something I've been working on for the last 2.5 months. Such a big announcement. Yeah, actually, Joker is like more like it's a big announcement. We're going to raffle off figures. We're going to find a really yeah, there you go. We're going to raffle off figures. We're going to raffle off. Oh, that almost gave it away. We're gonna raffle off all kinds of cool stuff. There will be consolation prizes. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna see just how close we can get to. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna see how quickly we can demonetize that episode of the stream.
We're gonna give away a couple immigrant children. That'll get us demonetized.
Only if they have good knee joints, though.
Right. Oh my God. All right, guys. Like I said, don't miss that on Saturday. Be there. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.